Hey, what's going on everybody? BitVersandy here, and today we're going to be diving into everything you need to know about guilds and Bit Heroes, how they work, why you should join a guild, how to find the right guild for you, and I'm also going to speak a bit about guild exclusive rewards, as well as exclusive game modes like GvG or Guild vs. Guild, which is going on today, and Expedition. So let's dive into it. What are guilds? So guilds unlock after you have beat tier 2, so very early in the game. Basically, guilds are teams of up to 30 players who collaborate on special in-game events. You can use your guildmates in raids, dungeons, expeditions, and GvG, so it's also like an extension of your friends list. Now, guilds can also be a community of players. You do unlock your own guild chat where you can ask for advice or talk strategy. And at the end of the day, a lot of people want to help out their guildies because a strong guild means strong rewards, placing high on the leaderboards, all that good stuff. Now, why would a player want to join a guild? Well, besides gaining access to a sweet guild hall like this one in the BitVersandy's guild hall, there is a lot of benefits. I think the absolute best benefit is in the guild perks. So every week that there's either a GvG or expedition going on, you have a chance to win your guild some guild bucks. And these guild bucks are how you purchase guild perks. And these perks are permanent and apply to everybody in the guild. And you can see here, you get bonus item find. Now, if you find a perfect guild, I'll have all these maxed, but we're somewhat of a new guild at the BitVersandys. But imagine these were all full. You get bonus item find, gold find, experience, movement speed, capture rate. You gain maximum on all of the currencies, so max tickets, max tokens, badges, shards. You can get more guild members up to 30, you start with 25. Maximum energy, and then you also gain faster regeneration of these currencies. So every single one that I mentioned, once again, just gets faster regen and max total capacity. 5 tickets might not seem much today, but when you think about it, every single day going from a maximum of 10 tickets to 15, like 50% increase, you're playing 50% more. That is an enormous jump in the amount you can play and grind and collect rewards. Now, besides just the guild perks, there's also the guild shop. Now you'll notice this currency, it's called guild honor. Basically, it says it right here. You gain honor equal to 10% of all the guild XP you earn. And guild XP is just the amount of experience you earn while you're in that guild. So if you defeat an enemy and you get 1,000 XP, you just immediately got 100 guild honor, 10% of that. And these are amazing shop deals. You see here, you can literally buy zeal pouches, token pouches, badge pouches, ticket pouches. Those are my favorite things to buy. There's also energy potions. But having access to more zeals, tokens, badges, tickets, and energy is so impactful. There's also a legendary pet and accessory. Debatable whether they're worth it or not. I know Honor Pin is in one of the very meta builds, Scramble Egg, if you're familiar. So that is another benefit of being in a guild. But really, I think the bread and butter of the guild shop is right here in these resource packs. And even aside from literally the perks and the shop, just having access to GvG and Expedition is important. If you see the leaderboard rewards that I can get, if I get first place in the GvG leaderboards, I could get a mythic mount. Now, that is an absolute tall order. Let's see who's in first place. So far, he has 200 million points on his own. Holy crap. For reference, at this time of week, I have 1 million. So he's been going nuts. Pop off King. Oh, that's a sick cosmetic too so far. Looking good, my guy. But anyways, even me ranking, top 250, I'm still going to get rewards. So it's absolutely worth it to join a guild and just secure these rewards. Even if you don't rank high in the leaderboards, you're going to put up some points. You're going to get some rewards. Gems, gold, silver coins, mount guts, critter jelly, component cream, all this really useful stuff. And then I guess it's also important, to talk about, camaraderie and having friends in the game. But really, do not sleep on the community support of having a guild behind you, because everybody wants their guildies to be strong, because everybody wants to rank higher in GvG, Expedition, or have better players in their guild to use in raids and all that kind of stuff. So guildies will support other guildies. Would heavily recommend to lean into asking for advice in your guild chat. Now, how can a new player join a guild? Sadly, I can't show this because it would mean leaving the guild, which I'm actually literally locked into during GvG week. However, when you're not in a guild and you click on the guild icon, it will literally give you suggestions for guilds to apply to or join. Now, if you don't want to join just an absolute random guild, feel free to ask around in world chat, say like, yo, is anybody in a good guild that would be interested in me joining? Or else if you join the Bitverse Discord, you can literally click this icon here and you come to the guild recruitment section. You can see all sorts of guilds doing recruitments here. Like here's Astaroth's guild, level 405. That's a high level guild. And they're doing recruiting. They've got max perks, literally better than my guild. That's amazing. Or you can go ahead and post your own thing. Like here's Statty Checo. He's saying, hey, I'm level 396. I'm a returning player looking for a guild. You can make your own post, or you can find a post about a guild that sounds attractive to you. You know, if you are looking for a good guild, look for max perks. That is probably the most influential thing. And then also look for really, really, really strong members. You know, the more high level players, the better carries you're gonna have, whether you're doing it in GvG or in raids. You can literally use the guildmates in raids and stuff. A lot of guilds do have hardcore requirements. A lot of them will say, hey, if you don't have X amount of guild contribution, which is just the amount of XP you get per week, if you don't have an X amount of contribution, you might be kicked. So beware if you're joining a hardcore guild like that, what the requirements are. And yeah, just look for a good match for you and your playstyle. That's a little bit about the guild, perks, shop, and how to find one. I do want to talk a little bit about the events. Now going on right now is the GvG, or guild versus guild event. But coming into GvG, it's really, really simple to understand. Basically, it is a 8 versus 8, 2 teams of 4, my guild versus someone else's guild. So we'll go with this bottom one. It'll give me the most points. We'll face this guild SAO players. And basically I can come in here. Here's my 2 teams of 4. And I can pick anybody in my guild to go up against the enemy guild. And they'll be scaled to your stat points. So if you're a tier 5 player, they'll be scaled down to your stats. If you're a tier 21, even the lower tier players will be scaled up to your stats. So everything is going to be on an even playing field. It's literally just build strategy that matters here. But if we click accept, we basically just have to beat their 2 teams. And hopefully we can do it here for the video. Yes, there's victory. Awesome. So that's a little bit about GvG. GvG is really, really basic. It is super important that you strategize with your guild. A lot of guilds will actually have 8 members set up very specific GvG builds so that you have a really high odds of winning. Now, similarly to GvG, how you can only use guild members is the game mode Expedition. There's numerous different themes for the expeditions, such as the Inferno Dimension, the Hollow Dimension, Jammy Dimension, Idle Dimension, Battle Bards, and the list goes on. But basically, every expedition will have 4 different portals for you guys to face as a guild. Every single portal that you complete, you'll get some guild bucks. So make sure you and your guild are completing all of the portals. But even once they are complete, you still want to continue grinding these for points that land you higher on the leaderboard, as well as just straight up loot that you get from completing the run. And you can pick and choose which portal you want to face based on what rewards you're after. Different portals have different equipment and familiars that you can hunt down. But regardless of what portal you go in, you are going to be faced with a difficulty level. Now, it's very similar to Trial Gauntlet, how you just can crank up the difficulty or bring it down, but you will be able to use your guild members. Now, if you have a max tier, super high level guild member in your guild, he might be able to carry you at very high levels. How the difficulties work and how you should pick the right difficulty for you, just know that if a difficulty is unlocked, that means that somebody in your guild has beaten the previous difficulty. So in theory, you can go ahead and beat that previous difficulty. Now, realistically, they might have been manualing, they might have had a lucky run. So I tend to drop it by about 5-10% myself, just so I can clear it on auto and clear it really quickly and have the guaranteed win. Go ahead and ask your guild, you know, who's the strongest this week for Expedition? Who should I be using? What portal are you guys running? Because different portals are different difficulties. There's not a one size fits all. Your higher level guildmates will be able to direct you towards what difficulty and what portal is easiest to beat this week. But a general rule of thumb for me, I usually just take the strongest players in the guild and I go to the highest level, I drop about 10% of the levels. So if they cleared level 20,000, you know, I'll take 2,000 off the top, I'll go at 18,000 and I'll run that on auto. And that's a pretty safe bet. Now, the reason you want to do high difficulty in Expedition versus just skating by easily at low is because they'll get more points. More points, similar to GvG, will put you higher on the leaderboard, get you better rewards, as well as put your guild higher on the leaderboard, getting more guild bucks, allowing them to purchase better perks and all that good stuff. Speaking of guild perks and rewards, I do really want to quick call out some of the coolest rewards for guild-wide progression is these thrones. And right now there's a brand new throne of the 8th bit during this week's GvG. And you can see I'm in the guild hall. You know, we've got gold lining the walls, golden pillars, purple torches, all this kind of really cool cosmetic stuff, purple carpets. The higher level your guild and the more guild cosmetics you've unlocked from like GvG and whatnot is really kind of a cool place for you and your guildmates to hang out in the guild hall. You know, check out all the trophies, banners, and thrones that you guys have unlocked together. So at the end of the day, there is tons of benefits. You know, you get these permanent perks, you gain access to the guild honor shop, you gain access to a lot of guild members that are likely very strong, especially if you're just unlocking guilds at tier 3. You are very likely to find some really strong carries in the guilds. And all of this combined will lead to faster progression for you, allowing you to level up, get to higher tier, get better equipment, all that good stuff. So what are you waiting for? Find a guild and start your adventure with your guildmates today, everybody. Now, before we wrap up here, I do want to take a quick second to give a shout out to all of my current channel members, as well as my current stream boss, Jason Baker. Thank you so much for supporting on the streams. And yeah, that's all for this one, guys. I wish you all the best in hunting down your perfect match to join a guild. And until next time, take care and good luck with your grind.